Okay, hey, what's up guys, welcome back. In my previous video I showed you guys that the car has a whining noise coming from the rear when you let off the gas. When you press the gas, it's fine, totally fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but my wife does. So I did the U-joint. I was hoping it was that problem, but my suspicion was in the differential anyway, because when I drain and fill the diff fluid, man, oh boy, there was a lot of metal shavings. I suspect that was the culprit. So I've confirmed that after changing the U-joint, and the noise is still there. All right, I went ahead with the U-joint because it has never been done before. It seems like it's still the stock U-joint anyway, so I did that first because it was the cheapest one to replace. So but now that I have a new one in, the noise still persists. It's definitely, the pinion lash is it's probably not great. That's why it's making that slappy sound. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and replace the differential that I picked up from my wreck yard. I got it for 400. So yeah, I'm gonna slap it on, and yeah, I'll show you guys how it's done. So the first step would be to remove the spare tire. And I'm gonna show you guys what to remove next. So basically, once you have the spare tire removed, remove the two bolts for the stabilizer bar. All right, and then you're gonna have to disconnect the drive shaft. So remove all 4 bolts. They're 17 mil. All right, 17 mil bolts and nuts, and this one is 14. Stabilizer bar are 14 mil. All right, and the next step would be to remove the bolts on the axle, the rear axle shaft. Right, so remove that, and then this bolt right here, this bolt right here, and then there's 2 bolts right on top. All right, I'll walk you guys through it. There are some hose that you'll need to remove, and connector that you'll have to disconnect for the sensors here. I'll show you guys that later on once I have this spare tire off. Alrighty, let's get to it. Alright guys, so the spare tire is out. Got the axle disconnected. 6 bolts, 17 mil nuts and bolts. The drive shaft is also out, so I got it hanging right there. Alright, stabilizer bar is also hanging. So the next step that I'm gonna do is I'm going to disconnect this, remove this disconnector, and then the hose. So I'm just gonna remove the clamp right there and disconnect that hose, and remove these 2 bolts, this nut, that bolt, and support my differential with a jack here, and I should be able to drop it out already. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remove the hose, so just the clamp, and then disconnect this connector right here. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to drop the differential in a bit. Alright guys, so the hose is disconnected, so I disconnected the hose right over here. Alright, because I can't get to this one. Oh, it's actually broken. Huh. It's over rusted, so it's broken. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Alright, and the connector is right there. Connector is out, that one, so I'm just gonna put it right there behind that thing. I'm gonna remove these two nuts, and then last will be the two bolts over there. Alright, yan. Kaya po dyan. Tama. Gamam. Ha? Gamata dyan. Kana. Kana ko na. Bawang baset. Payagutong baset. Inayan. Release mo. Turun, release mo, release. Agur ka, dahan-dahan na. Nini, dahan-dahan na. Nini, pingay. Kasi lang ko naman. Kisumok ko niya. Dahan-dahan ko lang. Sorry. May kaslalugan niya, ibaba mo. Diretso mo tayo. Boy ka, oh. Nih, Gorka. Ini salat. Gerak. Kita apa? Kita ini masih aku binawan. Mana yang patingnya? Atong pagkabasit. Atong atras kau. Sige lang. Ha? Sige lang. Oh, stop. Bantem. Atras. Ha, napabante. Bantay. Bantay, doron mo. Atras ah. Idoron mo ah. Atras siguro. Idoron ah. Atras ah. Atras. Abante pa. Turong. Sige, doron. Oh, mga to. Tamo. Sige lang. Sige lang. Sige, support up. Up. Sige. Sige, support up. Support up. Agur ka. Nara. Kuyog. May sapay nga. Sapay nga to.
Nato website.
Asan?
Guyog.
Ano ba?
Ha?
Di ba? Sige, Guyot.
Guyog. Kabnitor na lang na to yan.
Atong baset. Atong. Yeah.
Ha?
Sige pa. Guyot mo.
Yun.
Basit lang, basit.
Ano din, release ko pa yan.
Hanap ito yung reels mo nga eh. Natom
Ha?
Nakakuan?
Nataw.
Wala, natom pa. Sige pa eh.
Banyer. Ano release ko na pa. Ha? Palis ko dyan.
Polish ka.
Kasi plastic mo lang. Plastic mo lang.
Pasa man Jerags, father. Father. Jerags man, pakipasa. At pamunas. Yep.
Sige ko na nga eh. Kaya. Mapintura na kita eh. Plastic.
Paano i-brake? I-brake mo.
Yup.
I-brake mo, please.
Break.
I-brake. Kung makita no, dati pa na. Spare tire na.
Oh. Ano mayroon? Oh. Anger. Net ada baru data swing arm na ka. Sinuka.
Release mo dyan i-brake na.
Ha?
Release mo dyan i-brake, please. Padagam lang.
Brad.
I-brake.
Ha?
I-brake.
Yan.
Wan, i-brake mo manan. Thank you.
Taran.
What?
Mulai straight.
Nag-iikot pa lang, mate.
Ha?
Nag-iikot pa lang.
Press ko upper mic.
I-release mo 5 set, iikot ko. Alay. Ibrikan.
Ha? Naibalik ka na.
Release mo.
Ha?
Release. I-brake mo. Mati
Check.
I-release mo.
Ha?
I-release mo pa kung naka-i-brake kan.
Release ang tao.
Release mo. O, brake mo. Okay.
Nakan.
Okay, ayusin.
Ha?
Ayusin.
Nakan.
I-release mo. Here.
Ano to? Black.
May gusto na tuyak.
Tinatingan mo rin bakantay.
Alright guys, so before I tighten everything up with the drive shaft, because I'm basically gonna turn on the car, so before I turn the ignition on, I'm just gonna put the connector on here, put the connector back in. Alright, so just gonna plug it back in. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna lay my phone on my camera on my lap, plug it in right there. Just trying to slide the clip back in. It's a little bit of struggle here. I got one end. This one's a little bit tough to go in for some reason. Okay, almost there. It's in. And last but not least, this one right here. In. Alright, so I got the connector in. I just basically have to just install the clamp. There you go. Alright, so the axle is tight. I'm gonna drop the torque spec for the axle bolt right here, and the drive shaft bolt and nut. I'm gonna drop the torque spec right there. All right. So I'm just gonna do my final tightening for the last bolt that's on top. So I'm just gonna go put it in neutral and spin the drive shaft. So basically I only have one bolt to tighten. This is it right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that. Done. So the next step is to put all the bolts for the stabilizer bushing, stabilizer bar. So we got 4 bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and then later on I'm gonna show you guys how to drain and fill the fluid. So I'm gonna put new fluid in the diff. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna shut this off, and I'm gonna show you guys the drain and fill part for the diff fluid.